Hello lovelies, so I've got another skincare video, but this is going to be really different and I'm super excited for it. This whole thing just fell into my lap. I had no plans of doing this, but the way that it occurred, I couldn't help myself. I have to make a video on it. So this is going to be a review and 2-week trial of a Sephora Makeover. So here's the deal. You guys probably know that Sephora offers makeovers with a $50 purchase. Well, they also offer these completely free classes. And I saw a skincare class pop up at my local Sephora. And me being me, I couldn't resist it. I was gonna sign up. So I did take this class, and I gotta tell you guys, it pretty much is a makeover. If you've ever had a Sephora makeover, it's the same thing, except it's skincare. You do an entire skincare routine. You work with an associate to kind of figure out what routine fits you best, and they give you a very personalized recommendation of an entire skincare routine. So that's what I have, is an entire customized routine to follow based off of Sephora's recommendations. So I'm going to tell you a couple things about how this experience went, the products that I ended up purchasing, and what I didn't need to purchase. We'll get into that. But as you guys probably know, this is my skin before I have tried these products. I'm giving you an overview of this experience, and then part 2 of this video, which will still be in the same video, will be what happens afterwards, how the results were for me, and whether I think it was worth it, whether I think I got good guidance. So here's how the whole experience works. You do have to sign up in advance for the class, and then when you arrive, I was surprised by how small this class was. It's a very almost one-on-one type of class, but you do work with one Sephora associate who will guide you through your own routine. Now they start off by asking you what your current routine is, what your goals are, any products that you're interested in, and then they also do their little skin diagnostic test, which they have this tool that they hold up against your skin, and it basically is supposed to tell you whether your skin is dry or oily. So I told the associate that I was just basically looking to see if I could make a better skincare routine. Told her that I do suffer with more mild acne, but still annoying acne. Mild acne is still annoying. I thought it was pretty interesting that their little skin diagnostic thing came back as 57, which actually puts me in a normal skin range. I'm still not entirely sure how I feel about that because I don't go out without wearing any skincare, so I definitely had skincare on my face, and it makes me question, does that work even if I have something giving my skin moisture? I don't know. However, the associate told me that I may not be as dry as I think. I may just instead have dehydrated skin. So her goal was to kind of balance out my skin, just to not go too overboard with anti-acne products, but also not to overly treat my dry skin. Just find a middle ground and kind of work from there. And of course, I did tell her there was a product I was interested in, and that is Pharmacy's Honeymoon Glow, because I had just talked about it in the Sunday Riley dupes video. It's supposed to be this $58 Good Genes dupe. Yeah, I want to try that. And one other thing I've got to say about the experience is I really appreciate that as often as she could, she kept me using products that she thought were good choices for me. So I didn't really feel like she was trying to just sell me an entire 10-step routine, have me spend $1,000 in one Sephora visit. But in all fairness, I did buy a couple of her recommendations. I liked them. I thought it sounded like a good idea, so that's where we are right now. Let me take you through the routine that she gave me. So the first product that she started me off with was the Pharmacy Green Clean Cleanser. Now this is a first step cleanser. This is one of those similar to the Clinique Take the Day Off Balm or to the Emma Hardy Moringa Amazing Face Balm. That's an amazing product, so is the Clinique. But I've heard so many good things about this. It was nice to get to try this. That's part of the process, is you get to try everything in this class, everything that's recommended to you. You get to sit there and try it, wash your face, the whole deal. I liked using it. I've heard so many good things about this that I decided to go ahead and try it. So that's the first product that I ended up buying. The second step is, of course, a basic cleanser. The one she recommended to me is the Kate Somerville Exfoliate Cleanser. She said that it's a very good, just kind of does it all, neutral ground type of cleanser. And even though I don't have a ton of experience with Kate Somerville, I have liked everything I've tried from this brand. So I got this sample when I bought my Eradicate treatment, so I figured now's a good time to try this before I go and commit to the full size. So from there, she had a lot of emphasis on serums. I told her that I use the Clinique Repair Wear, and she completely agreed with me that this is a great product because it is. It's a great serum. This is one of those products that absolutely does everything you need a serum to do. It's just perfect if you don't want to put a lot of thought into it. You know, you can sculpt an entire serum routine out of the ordinary products, or you can just buy this and not worry about it. And that's why I love this. Again, she agreed with me that it's a great product and kept it in my routine, so I didn't need to buy anything else. However, she wanted me to start using a vitamin C serum. Now, I've had some very complicated feelings on vitamin C serums, but I'm willing to give it another try. I think I like them. I just haven't really formed as firm of an opinion as I'd like to. So the top one that she recommended to me was the Peter Thomas Roth Potent C Serum. I already reviewed this, but I actually think that'll make this video better because now it'll be 4 weeks of me trying this. This is another sample size that I got with a Sephora order, so we'll go through this in these next 2 weeks and see if we can maybe come up with a better conclusion. Her other recommendation was the Dennis Gross, which apparently has the 5.0 form of vitamin C. I'm actually really interested in that, but I think I'd like to do Dennis Gross as a brand on their own, on his own. But I am curious about that. That came up as an alternative to CEO. Somehow we ended up talking about that. I'm not really sure how, but that did come up, and yeah, that'll come eventually, but I just want to try this one again for now. Now, she told me that one of the focuses of this class is to start using either a retinol or an AHA at night before you go to bed. And I completely agree with that, and I understand why that would be such a push in this class, because I'm quite convinced if you start adding those two actives into your routine, you will see results. So I told her that I used the Retinol Fusion PM, and she agreed that that's a great product. I have gone through so many bottles of this. It's truly a fantastic product. But remember, I had said I was interested in the Pharmacy Honeymoon Glow. So in the store, we tried this routine using the Honeymoon Glow, but she told me that her recommendation would be to alternate this one night and then the other night to use the Retinol Fusion PM. I think that's a really good suggestion. From everything that I've tried, from everything that I've read, from all the studies that I've seen, that seems like where you would start seeing incredibly effective results. So I'm excited about trying this for sure, but I really think that that is a very well-tailored routine. Now, as far as moisturizer, she just told me to stick with something that's not too light and not too heavy. I told her that one of my more recent favorites has been the Amaravixa Illuminating Moisturizer, and since they didn't have it in the store, she gave me the Tata Harper Illuminating Moisturizer. I already reviewed that brand, and I won't buy that product again, so I guess I'll stick with lightweight, medium weight moisturizers during this trial. But the eye cream that she had me try blew my mind. I was not expecting this. I'm not even a huge eye cream person, but she really wanted me to try Tatcha's The Pearl in the shade Moonlight. Apparently they have different tones. I fell in love with it. Oh my gosh. But let's see how I feel after 2 weeks of using it, because this is still a pricey product. My feelings on Tatcha as an entire brand are a little conflicted. I really liked their cleansers, to be honest with you, but somehow I ended up making a lot of people hit the dislike button when I reviewed Tatcha. I guess not every product blew me away, but I liked this enough to buy it. Now, you can't have a complete skincare routine without a sunscreen. I told her that it was very important for me to only use a mineral sunscreen, and that's just because my skin gets irritated by a lot of chemical sunscreens. I suspect it's not all of them, but I haven't really wanted to break down which ones irritate my skin and which ones don't. So she handed me a couple of options. One was Pharmacy's Green Screen, which I think was a good option since I clearly like Pharmacy. I think Pharmacy is a great brand. Another was one from Drunk Elephant. We ended up using the Pharmacy in the store, but I didn't purchase it just because I don't want to break the bank for this trial, so I'm just going to keep using this Neutrogena one that I do use all the time. It's cheap, it gets the job done, I don't have complaints, but it does have a heavy white cast, which will always be the case if you are using a mineral form of sunscreen. So she taught me a little trick. She grabbed this Drunk Elephant d-bronzi Anti-Pollution Sunshine Drops, which let me tell you right now, nothing about the name of this appeals to me. I would certainly not buy something that claims to be anti-pollution. I'm not convinced on that argument. It may have some validity, but I'm just not convinced. It's a bronzing type of product. I very rarely use bronzers, just not my thing, but I gotta tell you guys, the way we used it, by mixing in some of this into the sunscreen, I was sold. clearly. So in the end, I ended up buying 4 products, not all at once, just so you guys know. I did save some of these purchases for the sale. And just so you know, there is no requirement to purchase anything when you do these skincare classes. You just might have an experience like I did where you suddenly feel, oh my gosh, I really want that. And I think that's the point, and I'm sure that's why Sephora doesn't charge for this type of class. There's really no reason to. All right, so this is my skin before. We're about to start using all these products, and I will come back and tell you if I think the Sephora Makeover was worth it. Okay, guys, so I'm back. It's been 2 weeks of trying this Sephora skincare routine that I was given, and I wanted to mostly focus in the second half of this video on the reviews of the 5 new products that I tried. Basically, my opinions didn't change at all on the products that I've been using for a long time, which I think that's to be expected. I do think that, you know, if you've been using products long enough, you kind of know what to expect from them, and that is what I felt about the products that I was familiar with. So let me go ahead and review these 5 products. Oh, I'll talk a little bit about my skin real quickly. First off, it's night. I never film these videos at night, so if I look a little more tired, well, that would probably be why, so my apologies for that. But as far as my skin, I'm happy with it. I did have some breakouts. Why can't I remember where they are? Are they on this side or this side? Only you know, I don't know. I'd say they were small breakouts, nothing too severe. Definitely those little tiny whiteheads, not the big cystic acne. What I noticed the most is my forehead is extremely smooth. Lines on my forehead have been I don't want to say problem, but something that I noticed that probably other people don't for a long time, that kind of thing. And definitely I noticed that smooth out a lot. I do feel like my skin's been glowing, but mostly I think I might be reviewing Honeymoon Glow, so let me get into the actual reviews at this point. So I think I'm going to review these products in terms of my personal favorite to my least favorite, but I'll give you reasoning into that and tell you up front that I don't think that, you know, that's going to be the case for everybody. So this, of course, means I've got to start with the Drunk Elephant d-bronzi. Man, where's my troll that thinks I work for Drunk Elephant? Because I am not helping my case on this one. At the very least, you gotta tell Tiffany. She needs to get the memo, because right now she doesn't know I work for her, you know? Okay, jokes aside, this is $36 for an ounce. I've barely used any of this because I realized just how little I need. Now here's the thing with me and this product. This product makes quite a few claims. It says that it is a vitamin D alternative. That's a bold claim if you ask me. I would not rely on this as a source of vitamin D. It does have peptides in it, so that's really nice. That's a good skincare ingredient, but mostly this is just claiming to be a bronzer. I didn't use it as a bronzer. I used this exactly as I said in the intro, mixed it into my sunscreen, and for me personally, don't take this the wrong way, but for me personally, I needed this product. It's a life-changing product for me because I've dreaded sunscreen for so long. So the reason that this is so helpful for me is because I can't use chemical sunscreens. I think that I can, but certain chemical sunscreens give me rashes and I don't want to explore that genre anymore. So I've been using mineral sunscreens for a long time. I don't like them. I don't think very many people that use mineral sunscreens love the white cast that it gives, but you do it because you need to. And that's always been my story. It's just kind of this like, oh, I gotta put this on, now I gotta put powder on. This changed the game for me. What I've been doing is taking my exact usual amount of sunscreen, no less, and mixing in the tiniest amount of this. This is so potent that you need so little. You just pump it in, blend it all together, and pat it on. Good to go. You no longer have this Casper cast. So I love this. This is just something that I really, really needed. And if I hadn't gone into Sephora for that skincare makeover, I never would have thought to try this. I would have just kept going my unmerry way. So huge game changer for me. Again, if you can use a chemical sunscreen, you probably don't even need it. But if you are like me and you need a mineral sunscreen and that white cast has been driving you crazy, you might want to try this. Disclaimer, I did go on the Beautypedia website and they tell you not to do this, although once again, I agree with Beautypedia on so many things. I disagree with them on this. Just make sure you're using the same amount of sunscreen because that was their concern, is that people are replacing their sunscreen with this. No, don't do that, obviously, but to make your sunscreen more wearable for you, that's only a good thing. And if you read the, consumer comments or customer reviews, you'll even see somebody in there said that about this, disagreeing with the expert review. So just goes to show everybody has different opinions. My next most game-changing product that I tried is the Tatcha the Pearl Eye Treatment. Did not expect this. Did not expect this. This is $48 for 0.4 ounces, which to me that sounds very expensive. Eye creams are usually 0.5 ounces. $48 is typical, but dropping it by a fifth is enough to offend me and make me not want to try the product. So I'm really glad this was put in my hands because I love it. Again, you use so little of this product, and actually, I still think I haven't quite mastered how tiny of an amount you use. I mean, it's a pinpoint. You need so little. If you go overboard, it'll flake off. And I actually think it is what flaked into my hair in that BoxyCharm video that was kind of embarrassing to watch. So, you know, it's definitely got a very big learning curve. But once you get it, it's basically a combination of an eye cream and YSL's Touche Éclat. That's my best explanation for this. It is a very strong eye brightener, but not really a concealer, but enough that if you are comfortable going out in public just wearing your skincare, you don't need to wear makeup, you just feel comfortable like that, you might love this product because I go out like this all the time, honestly. And now I'm gonna go out with this too because why not? I do want to look a little more awake, especially as an insomniac, so I'm in love with this. Oh, you know what it's similar to is the Tata Harper Illuminating Eye Cream. If you like that, this is like that except for more dense, I would say, so I think this will go a lot farther and is cheaper to start with. New favorite. Would never have tried it. I have complicated feelings on Tatcha. I have a lot of negative comments on my Tatcha video from saying I think the brand is too expensive. But with this particular product, I don't think it's too expensive. I think the amount of money you spend with how little of this you use. Look at this, 2 weeks of use. Look at that. This is gonna last me forever. I love it. The next product I did not expect to put as high in my little mental list, and that's the Kate Somerville Exfoliate Cleanser. This is $38 for 4 ounces, and again, I was using a sample of this. I love this. This is one of those cleansers that does not dry out your skin. You do not finish washing your face and then immediately feel dry, immediately need to moisturize. You actually can just wash your face and then almost forget to put your skincare on. Don't, remember. But that's just to tell you how gentle it is. This has a 4.5-star rating on the Sephora website, and I understand why. It's fantastic. It's got this beautiful foaming to it, except not stripping. That is a hard combination to find. So if you like those foaming cleansers, works really well with the Foreo or a Clarisonic. You might love this. Now they do make some claims that I don't agree with. It's got some AHAs in it, fruit enzymes. You're not really going to see any benefits in a wash-off product that you leave on for, 30 seconds, but in terms of just gentle cleansing, I really enjoyed this. Then we've got Green Clean. This was $34 for 3.2 ounces. This is one of those products that is really, really hyped, and I think the reason for that is that this feels like it removes your makeup more effectively than any other makeup remover you've ever tried. I firmly believe that. However, I also believe that the way that it feels, while true, because it does remove every bit of makeup, is just kind of, I don't want to say an illusion because that makes it sound bad. Ultimately, I feel like it's on par with Clinique's Take the Day Off or any of those, really good skincare makeup removers. There are still some ingredients in here that I think would make it a little hard for me to recommend for sensitive skin. It's got lime oil, orange oil, ingredients like that. But I did enjoy it. It's very easy to use, comes with a little spatula. It's a green product. I guess what I'm saying with this one is I would totally buy it again. It does exactly what it claims to do. It's a great product, but I still don't think it's any better than Clinique's Take the Day Off. So, when it comes down to would I repurchase, yeah, if you give me a better deal than Clinique, although, Clinique's always got those gifts with purchase going on, so it's just going to be whichever I can get the best deal on. It's not a big enough difference for me personally. Now I have the most conflicted feelings on Pharmacy's Honeymoon Glow, which is $58 for an ounce. It's so funny, I said this in my pharmacy video, my original review I did a long time ago. I really like certain products from this brand, but I often get this kind of conflicted feelings as well. I guess I love what the brand stands for, but sometimes they can be a little harsh in their formulations just because they are focusing so much on natural ingredients, and natural can be sensitizing. What I had said about this product in my Sunday Riley dupes video is that I thought that it would be a good alternative to Sunday Riley's Good Genes, but not for people with sensitive skin because it does have glycolic acid in the ingredients. Now, I don't like to give reviews based off only the ingredients. I like to give you a full in-depth review, which is why I wanted to try this so very badly. I'm glad I did, but I don't actually think I'll repurchase it. I almost feel like maybe there's something wrong with me for saying that because this has such high reviews right now. This is a 5-star rating on Sephora. But I'm sitting here saying, See, the thing is, this product, I do believe this is the product that was brightening my skin, smoothing out my forehead lines, but I also believe this is the product that was exacerbating my breakouts because it's a potent formula. It's strong actives. It definitely does have some ingredients in it that I would caution people with sensitive skin to, possibly avoid this product. And I even said in my Suisu video, sorry for referencing so many other videos, but I did say recently that this was something that was stinging my skin, and I thought it was because of the alcohol. It actually stung my skin quite a few times, and then there were times I applied this and it didn't sting my skin at all. Very confusing product, just very finicky, I think. So I think that if you have perfect skin, and I think if you don't use any other actives whatsoever in your skincare routine, I think this is going to be the kind of product where, wow, the results are astounding. You too will see forehead lines smoothed. On the other hand, if you use a lot of actives, if you're using Pixi Glow Tonic in the morning, for example, you don't need to add this, and it could be too much. And it's funny because I wasn't using any other actives going into this, but I think my skin is still, my skin's been through a lot, you might guess that. So ultimately, even though I see what this does, I see the benefits, I think that I'm not going to continue to purchase this. I'm just going to stick with retinols at night, every night, and continue to use Pixi Glow Tonic in the morning or the ordinary 7% glycolic. That works for me. I think adding this was almost overkill for me. Ooh, that sums it up really well. And hopefully that doesn't make people mad, because again, I know there are a lot of people who love this. I completely get it. It's really one of those all-in-one products where, instead of having to buy a bunch of different products, instead of buying a retinol and instead of buying a tonic for mornings, just get this done. So I like the simplicity of it. I think, again, a lot of people will and already are loving it, but for me, it was overkill. So I'm going to try to kind of give my skin a little bit of a break, dial it back with the glycolic acid, which I generally love glycolic acid, but this is a 14% glycolic and fruit enzyme blend, so it is strong. So to wrap up the entire experience, I am so glad I did this. It's so bizarre because, I'm on the internet all the time reading all these skincare forums, reading the latest in skincare, but it's a different experience to go in store and have someone say, you might really like this, or have you tried this product from this brand that you just kind of felt a little neutral about? You might want to give this product a go. It was really a good experience for me overall, and I would definitely recommend it. So I hope you guys found this video helpful, and I hope you enjoyed it, even though it's a little different from my usual skincare trials. If you liked it, please make sure to give it a like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, YouTube.